This is Chris with Space Cabin Audio. Let's take a quick look at how we can use the MIDI mapping page. Here I am in Accent loaded up with Galaxy drums. I'm in the mixer page. I'm just going to go from the mixer back over here to the MIDI mapping page. And I have some drums that were delivered to me here that were played on a Yamaha E-kit. So if I was to hit play, we can hear that something's not right. The ride cymbal's kind of mishitting, and that's because we don't have the correct MIDI map loaded up for that particular E-kit. So I'm going to come over here to our MIDI map presets area. I'm going to click, and you can see that I've already had some loaded up here already, but I'm just going to choose Load Preset. Now here we have MIDI maps made for pretty much every major E-drum manufacturer. So I'm going to select this now, and I'll open it up. And let's see how it sounds. Okay, now for the most part, that's all you're ever going to need to do on the MIDI mapping page. So let's say that you're writing a song in another drum program or another E-kit. For the most part, you can just come over here and change it so that you can just basically make the change on the fly. Another cool thing to notice is that the stage view and the MIDI mapping page are linked. So for instance, if I was to click the snare drum here and go back over to my MIDI mapping page, you'll notice that the snare is now selected. So I can click that, and as soon as I click that, it will bring the snare into focus for me. A common thing that people like to do, especially with snare drums, I find, is to layer them together. So right now I have the Ludwig Coliseum snare as the main snare. And it's a really bright sounding snare with a lot of snap. But what would happen if I wanted to beef up the snare a little bit? Well, the Yamaha snare is a little bit beefier. And you'll notice that I've added an extra snare over here. So I'm just going to select this drum and I'm going to choose to load up the Yamaha snare. Okay, that's now loaded. However, it's not currently mapped. So I'm going to go over to my MIDI mapping page here. You'll notice that because it's selected, I now have snare 2 center hit, but it's not currently assigned to any note value. I want the same note that's playing my snare 1 to play my snare 2. So I'm just going to drag that onto the snare 1 MIDI note. And we now see that it says multiple. And up here under assigned, we can see that snare 1 and snare 2 are assigned to the same note, which is really cool. So as soon as I hit play here, we now have snares that are layered with full bleed control. Thanks for watching this video. Go to spacecabinaudio.com to check out more videos and more sounds. Talk to you soon.